Hello everyone, Frankie Day here. Okay fellas, it's Wednesday evening. This is video number 4 for my winter build of the CSS Alabama. Taking off from the last video number 3, I went ahead and completed the model up to the point of standing rigging. And so therefore it's been pretty well fitted out. I got the canons all rigged up, all installed, everything's all done. I got the screw hoist all rigged up, ready to go. I'll operate that for you too once we take a viewing of the ship, you know, once we finish the introduction of this video here. So I made that operable, so it's a pretty nice kit so far. Okay fellas, getting back to the Alabama, I went ahead and got her all ready for her standing rigging. I got the mast all airbrush painted. I had them all primed and painted them buff. And the tops were all stained using that mini wax stain, and you'll see the results of it once we review the update. And I got all the boat davits on it, all the shrouds are on, the combos are on there for the dead eyes. I got the ramrods installed, fire buckets installed, and the benicle's been installed, the skylight's been installed. Did some touch-up painting here and there and looking around for any flaws. I can't find any yet. There probably is a couple. I just got to get my eyes focused and look around. Yeah, okay, boys. Looks like it's pretty well ship-shape from this perspective. Okay, guys. When I finish this video here, I'm going to get started on Jake Cutler's Dakota group build. He's featuring my old tooling 1/72 scale C-47 Skytrain, 1963 issue, I believe. And so I'll make some headway on that. And after we make the review of this update right here, we'll swing back to the camera back to yours truly, and I'll discuss what's on the plate, what I'll be doing next. And so I got a lot of things coming this way, fellas, so stay tuned for all that. That'll be discussed within videos I'll be making. Okay, guys, I know this camera is always friendly, and I'm always friendly, so two friends make one meeting of a CSS Alabama, which is waiting to have her be exposed to the growing YouTube crowd out there. Okay, fellas, let's leave the camera over here. We'll take a look at the CSS Alabama, show you what old Frankie Day accomplished on it progress-wise. Okay guys, we'll bring this camera in, we'll zoom in a little bit more here, there we go. Okay fellas, starting from the stem, the stern, I got the mast. I got the bowsprit all stained, used mini wax. This is buff, so like I said fellas, I airbrushed this whole entire bowsprit assembly using buff, using Tamiya buff. I know on the last video I mentioned testers, but I made a blooper on that, folks. So that Tamiya buff, that's good paint right there. It's all matte finish, which is excellent. So it's good for adding stains too. So anyway, thus far, I went ahead and airbrushed the mast, the bowsprit. Once they're all dried, 24 hours, I took that here mini wax over here. I took that mini wax over there, and I stained the bowsprit, and also stained the mast too, as you can see the tops. And we'll swing the camera around a little bit. Let me put the cigar down, keep me from burning something. Okay, fellas, we'll swing the cursor around. We'll zoom a little bit of the deck and show you how they got everything rigged up there. As you can see, I've got the I got the 32 pounders all rigged up. I've got the recoil blocks all rigged up using the blocks from the kit. The pet eye up against the bulkhead right here. You can see the fire buckets in the red. And all the belaying bench has been added. And the main battery right here is an 8-inch Delgren gun. Delgren, how you pronounce it though. I'm close but no cigar, fellas. As you can see, the rigging I've done on this. I got the rigging all done, and you can see how those masts come out pretty good. Since our lighting here don't do much justice, I can swing this a little bit more this way, fellas. We can be able to. There you go. Like I say, fellas, these masts come off. So ain't no way I'm gonna fasten these masts on this hull until I prepare them, step them up by adding the fittings to it, and I gotta add the footlock shrouds and everything on there. And there it is right there, folks. I'd put that stain on there. It worked out pretty good. And I've got the all the fittings pretty much on it, folks. It was a pain rigging up those darn guns. It took me about 7 hours just to rig up those guns, folks. Took a break here and there. And you can see the fidelity of detail old Frankie they put in this bad girl right here. I think Captain Sims would like it. I almost got gouged in the eye with that bowsprit right there. That's not as much as I got on it, folks. And here's the fun part right here. I discussed a while ago in the video. I'm gonna move this ASUs out of the way. I got stuff laying around here, thanks to fellas, and you gotta excuse me while I'm moving this around. Somehow I gotta prepare my videos a lot better than I've done. I'm gonna crank this little spindle right here, folks, this hoist right here, and watch that screw come up as I give it a good turn. See it coming up? Pretty neat, ain't it? And lowers right back down again. That's what they do. That's what Captain Sims does. When they go into, when I'm raiding a raiding party, and they see that a man of war is coming towards their direction, they only use steam, folks. They only use steam only to get out of harm's way as fast as they can. And once they out of harm's way, they'll go ahead, hoist up the screw, put the pivot pin to lock it, and disengage from the stern casing, which goes into the stuffing box of the stern. And so right there, that's how they do when they get out of harm's way. But then when they're clear, they bring up the screw and bring down the sail, and they just sail with the wind until they go up to the next pushover. Captain Revell Sims was a very he was a gentleman. He wasn't vilified as a pirate, and he was very kind. Although that his first ship that he destroyed was a whaling ship, you know, and of course the Union paid them a lot though, so they can use that whale oil for the economy, which was whale oil, which was pretty much of a must back in those days. So Captain Sims ordered him to heave to, take a jolly boat, get off the ship, abandon it immediately. It was sinking your ship, pretty much like the old capitans on U-boats did back in World War I and World War II, where they didn't want to harm life as much as they had to. And so during World War I, a lot of ships become Q ships, decoy ships, and the captains, well, hell with this. I'm not going to leave those guys a chance to heave to and throw them a loaf of bread. I'm going to sink them. So they went through that situation instead of being a gentleman. But Captain Sims was a gentleman. He always positioned a boarding party, and he always took aboard the Alabama all the supplies and all the manifests, the contraband and anything that was needed, which was good for the Confederate Navy and also for the Confederacy. And so he made them heave to by taking a boat, abandon the ship, and he'll sink them. The CSS Alabama raged havoc for 2 years, destroying the Union blockade, and that's when Captain Winslow, the captain of the USS Kearsarge, went out in pursuit to locate the CSS Alabama and sink her. And the rest is history. So this kit's going together pretty good, folks, as you can tell. And I like the CS Alabama. It's a very pretty ship for her day. It's definitely a Civil War vessel, as you can see. And I'm ready for, as you can see, I'm ready for the standing rigging. So the standing rigging consists of the shrouds, the rat lines, backstays, forestays, bobstays, rig up your bowsprit, make rope coils and everything. That's what I'll be doing in this. So, pull the Alabama out a little bit, folks. And put it back over here like she was in the beginning of the video. Yeah, we'll zoom in a little bit. And what I'm going to do now, folks, is like on the standing rigging, I'm going to go ahead and rig up all these shrouds up the mat lines at the top. Before I do that, I got to add footocks rings right here, which is pretty much on the kit, on the kit already, so I don't have to worry about that. All I need is just make a shackle and put an eye up against that ring right there. Bring my shrouds down this way. Go up there and rig my shrouds at the top side. Start working on my forestays. And I got all my backstays on the shrouds. And since it's a schooner rig, fellas, it won't take that much for it to rig it up. And you can see how that stain works in that bowsprit. That same thing on the mast. The lighting here ain't the best, folks. So the tops up there look pretty much like the bowsprit. So don't be scared about using stains on plastic. Stains work very, very well, and it's very, very compatible on plastics. So the only thing bad about this kit here, folks, is made out of plastic. And so there's only one of the type, only company in the world that made the Alabama is Revell. It's 1962, 62, I believe it was. It came after the Kearsarge was released by Revell. At the time, these kits by Revell were pretty much a must for the novice, and also for the expert in mind. And they're very reasonably cheap back in its heyday. A kit like this back in those days probably cost you anywhere from $9 to $10. Nowadays, on eBay, they're $100 on up. So the only way you're going to get these, folks, you're going to have to find them on eBay, because there ain't no other place. The hobby shops don't sell them more. They Revell, it's like anything else. They only make so much, so many kits, and go to somewhere else, and they say, ah, what the hey, let's bring back the Alabama again. So and they bring it over, eventually bring it back again. This is an old kit. I had this thing since 2000, year 2000. I think I paid $40 for it. I bought it at Myers, and I was very amazed that they still have this ship reproduced again. So anyway, guys, I got all the guns all rigged up. I got 32 panels all rigged up. I got the recoil blocks in position up to they got them tied off to the pad eyes on the bulkheads. The big 8-inch Delvin guns are all rigged up. The recoils on there, they're on the tracks quite well. The bilge pumps work. And you saw the screw a while ago hoist up by using that reel right there. It takes 2 men to bring up that screw. So I'm looking around for any flaws. I can't find any, folks, so I may just come over and check some painting out. And so I glossed up pretty good using Krylon Clear. The next step is I'm going to go ahead and airbrush some dull coat on it and dull it out a little bit. Make some rope coils around those carronade carts, which holds the mighty guns of the SS Alabama. And the bell will follow. Okay, guys, we'll bring the video up to yours truly over here and finish up the video right here. Okay, guys, a little too close for me, and far away place is for me right now. Okay, a little closer. There it is. Okay, guys, that completes video number 4. of the CSS Alabama. So next is going to be the standing rigging, which is going to be fun. Okay, guys, this is Frankie signing off. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. May God bless, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye, fellas. Take care, man, and make Mama happy.